Well, hey, what is happening? What is going on? Great day to everyone who comes across this video. Things happen, and I always kind of pull analogies. I'll do an analogy or an acronym. I don't know why I'm so drawn to that. So I was thinking this morning, I turned on, this is crazy. I have a fan going all night, fan and air conditioning. And then when I wake up in the morning, I turn on a heater. And the moment I turned on the heater, you know, the way that the fan flows shifts to a lower, blow or whatever you want to call it. It's just, you can tell the difference. Or when you plug in an iron, you notice your lights do something different. And so the analogy that I want to use is our heart. So in Psalms 4:23, it says, keep the heart with all diligence, for from it the sources of life flow, or flows the sources of life. Check out Proverbs 4:23. And so what that means is I have to protect my heart. I have to guard my heart from influences that will pull from the source of my heart that's supposed to be good, that's supposed to be loving, that is supposed to be compassionate, that is supposed to express the love of Christ. Now, regardless of our opinions of certain things, and it's not even what would Jesus do, it's what would Jesus do? It's more like, what did he do? And so when we lend our hearts to negative things, or we lend our hearts to things that aren't good for us, we're taking from that source. We're taking from that wellspring that can influence life's good wisdom. It can influence divine wisdom. So take, for instance, I'll give you an example. If you're looking for a new job, your heart is in the passion of looking for a new job. So you're not really giving your all at the current job because you're looking for something else. If you are in a relationship and your eye wanders, well, your heart would wander from that too, because the source is being pulled in two different directions. When we feed ourselves with the things we watch on television, the things that we watch on our computers, our phones, if it is not pouring godly wisdom and godly life into us, then it is pulling us to a negative source. It is pulling us to a source of hate and discontentment, and where we rejoice in the fall of others. And that's not a good heart. That is not God's heart. And so what I want us all to think about, because I have to make myself aware of this as well, that I have to check my heart. Where am I giving my heart energy? Am I pulling it towards a bunch of negative information and filling myself? That's why I've kind of had to pull myself, from social media, because everybody's giving their opinion about something, and they want your heart to be connected with their heart. So whether it's a good influence or a bad influence, that's what it is. So you have to think, am I starting to think like the people that I'm scrolling through and watching? You're like, yeah, that's right, get them. I don't like this because that person doesn't like it, or I feel this way because that person feels that way. Like, have your own individual thought, meaning that thought is, God, what would you have me to feel about this situation? What would you have me to say about this situation? Because everything that someone is saying through our phones and our computer screens is not godly, because everybody's just trying to make money off of their opinion. And the more you give into their opinion, the more money that they make. So there's no good in that. So think about it the next time you turn on another source while you have a source going, i.e. the fan or the heater, or even when you plug in the heater by itself, the lights may do a flicker. When you plug in your iron, the lights may do a little flicker. Something changes. That means that now I am dividing that source. Think about that. Think about that the next time someone is pouring their opinion into you. Is this the heart and the mind of God? Because that's really all that matters. Doesn't matter how much good you do. Doesn't matter how many Sundays a year you go to church. Doesn't matter how much money you give. It doesn't matter how much money you get, what good you do in the community. Is God pleased with your heart? Is your heart truly connected to his? So it's just something to think about on this beautiful day that we're all experiencing. No matter what kind of weather you're experiencing, it's still a beautiful day because we're here and we're having a conversation. Well, a unilateral conversation. So take care, think about it, and guard your heart. Take care. Bye-bye.